Election results and news from the school committee on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Wednesday, November 7th, 2012. I'm Sarah Colvin. President Barack Obama has been re-elected to another 4 years as president, beating out Republican Mitt Romney in yesterday's election. Here in Massachusetts, Senator Scott Brown was defeated by Democratic challenger Elizabeth Warren. Brown has served as senator for Massachusetts since being elected in a special election following the death of longtime Senator Ted Kennedy. Congressman Bill Keating will keep his job in the 9th District. He defeated challenger Christopher Sheldon and Daniel Botello. Senate President Therese Murray also came out on top. She beat Republican challenger Tom Keyes. Not the first time Keyes has tried for Murray's seat. The only contested state rep race in Barnstable was won by incumbent Randy Hunt. He handily defeated his challenger yesterday. County commissioners, there will be no change to that three-member board. 2 seats up for grabs. Mary Platt Flynn and Sheila Lyons both will keep their jobs. Eric Steinhilber did not manage to get enough votes to oust one of them. Here in Barnstable, Patrick Princey beat former Town Councilor Greg Milne for a seat on the County Assembly of Delegates. Looking at the questions, the right to repair bill, that's question 1 here in Massachusetts, passed, as did question 3 that legalizes the use of medical marijuana here in the Bay State. Question 2, the controversial death with dignity bill, still too close to call, waiting for final results and tabulations across the state. Barnstable voters turned out in full force yesterday. According to Town Clerk Linda Hutchinrider, 77% of Barnstable voters hit the polls in the election Tuesday. Certainly some good numbers. Well, voting may be over at the presidential polls, but it's just begun to help Barnstable receive funds to improve the outdoor classroom space at Barnstable United Elementary. Assistant Superintendent Mary McKee spoke about the project at this week's school committee meeting.
There is an extraordinary effort underway led by Mike Gyra and Rosemary Williams and parents and students and staff members at our 4-5 building to transform the courtyard into a new space for learning and performance and discovery. And to that end, as Mike Gyra spoke to us at our last meeting, he has led an initiative to apply for a grant through the Clorox company. And 7 awards will be made by the company in amounts ranging from $25,000 to $50,000. To win this, we have to vote, and I'm appealing to our community at large, to PTA, to parents, and to our students, 13 years and older, to vote at least once a day, beginning not tonight at midnight for the kids, but if we happen to be up, voting starts at midnight tonight. And I spoke with Beth Ann today. We'll have information on our website, a link to the website, which is powerabrightfuture.clorox.com, but we'll have that on the website. So basically, anyone that is 13 years of older is allowed to vote once a day online and once a day through texting. So the voting window is November 5th through December 12th. So this is a great community effort. Get out there, keep voting. You don't even have to go out. Just vote, and we wish them good luck and hope that happens for the school. Extraordinary work going on.
I would encourage everybody to take a look at the Power of Bright Future website. You can search either Barnstable or Marston's Mills, and that will pull up their application. For anybody that had kids go through the 4-5 building, just the picture of what the courtyard looks like now is unbelievable. So if everybody could take a look at that and share it on Facebook and get your family out of town to vote, it's a great project, and it's a great vision for the future. We've got a lot of good things going on at that building.
You can find information about that grant and vote for the project online at powerabrightfuture.com. Just search for Barnstable United. Well, the capital improvement plan in the schools also up for discussion at Monday's school committee meeting. Gareth Markwell of Finance and Director of Facilities David Kenyok previewed plans for capital improvement for the fiscal 14 year at the schools.
Our operating budget for fiscal year 14, we have the capital projects budget, which the timeline is slightly ahead of the operating budget for adoption. The superintendent and the facilities director and I met this afternoon to discuss our submission to the capital projects task force with the town of Barnstable to discuss the submission for fiscal year 14's capital projects, and David can go over some of the projects that we've identified.
Thank you, Gareth, and good evening, everyone. A little over about a month ago, I started working on this. I generated the list of projects from inputs from the administration, principals, Dr. Cheskoski, some people on my staff, custodians, try to get as good a representation of what the folks out there think we needed to do for capital. We started out with about 23 requests. After several meetings between Gareth and the superintendent and myself, we've narrowed it down to 15, which we think are representative of what everybody will need over the next 5 years. 12 of those projects would be slated to start fiscal year 14, and then some of them would be done by the end of fiscal year 14, some would be in phases through the next 5 years. And then the 3 remaining projects are scattered over the remaining fiscal year 15 through 18 and will be done over that period. We're at the point now where I think we've got to the point where we want to submit these. We have a little more paperwork to do. We'll have those submitted to, I have to have those submitted by Friday to Gareth, and then he'll go through and submit those to the town manager and for the town council to review. And we'll have something documented to show you formally shortly after that, definitely for the next.
The school committee meets again on December 19th. Well, tomorrow is Senior Resource Day on Cape Cod on the campus of Cape Cod Community College. Michael Gross, Director of College Communications, has details.
Our gerontology social services students, social work students, have put together a fair, if you will. If you think of an employment fair or a job fair, that kind of an event in which we have all sorts of organizations represented in our cafeteria with information for seniors about all the various kinds of services open to them, healthcare services, insurance, medical, all sorts of things. A lot of the senior centers that are here, places to go to learn about. We certainly have our Academy for Lifelong Learning there. The whole idea is to try to put in one place a one-stop shop for people who are in that 50 to whatever age that are beginning to think about changing their lives on the Cape or are in the midst of it and would like to get a little help about where to get this or do that. And our students themselves have put it together, and they're calling it the Cape Cod Senior Resources Fair. And I guess it's Senior Resource Day on Cape Cod. And they're really wanting the public to come. It's the middle of the day, so that should be easy enough for people to get through. We'll be able to we have a fair amount of handicap parking that's up around the Grossman Commons, so people should be able to come up into the middle of campus. It's on a Thursday, when our class numbers are just a little lower, so hopefully parking would be a little better. And we really want the public to come during the day. It should be a really good event, and we welcome everyone. Certainly, if you're the child of a parent trying to figure out what to do next, we'll certainly have a number of assisted living facilities and some of the real nursing facilities represented. You can actually sit and talk to people about, what might be best. How could I approach this conversation with my parent? I have an 84-year-old dad in Maine, and my sister and I are beginning to have that conversation. Thank God he's absolutely active and doing really, really well, but at the same time, he's thinking maybe there's another way to do this. And this might be a perfect opportunity for someone to come and have that conversation in a very comfortable atmosphere.
Senior Resource Day is being held in the cafeteria in the Grossman Commons building at the college's West Barnstable campus. It runs from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. It's free and open to the public. That's all for today. With Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Colvin.